Hey guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Roar pod. I am Toby and my co-host is none other than the Kate Save, which you might know her from Shark Tank. She's also founder of BeFit Foods and picked up Telstra's Business of the Year award too. Kate?
Well, Toby, you've got a super impressive CV, 25 years in global commercialisation experience, and you founded Creative Cubes, Australia's leading co-working space and real estate business.
All right, let's get on with the pod. Kate, welcome back to the pod.
Yes.
What's going on in your world this week?
Oh, so much. I think at the moment, you asked me a question about what I was drinking and you asked me about collagen. Would love to talk about collagen.
Let's go.
So I used to believe that the collagen that you consumed, broken down peptides in the gut, how is that ever going to end up in your skin, hair, nails, muscles, joints? But now the science is showing it actually does. So they've, radio labeled it and they see it actually popping up in all these areas in the body. So there's actually some really good science now to show that ingesting collagen, as long as it's the hydrolyzed peptide, so when it's broken down, actually does have benefits for hair, skin, nails, joints. They're even looking at conditions like arthritis. I mean, there's a gazillion things if you jump on Google now, but we've started formulating some of our products with collagen, just 5 milligrams, which is a moderate dose. So it's good for joint health, but hair, skin, nail as well. Yes, it's a source of protein, but a different type of protein, different peptide. But I think that's in my world this week.
So it's interesting you talk about it, and I saw was a smoothie? Yeah, and that's how you're putting it into the smoothie? Yeah,
so we're trialing it in the vanilla latte smoothie, and it's gone really well. And now our protein powder, which is WPI, WPC, low lactose, we've got prebiotics in it, probiotics. It's like this all-in protein powder. We're adding a mix of bovine and marine collagen for extra benefits too. So that comes out in a couple of weeks.
So super interesting because, I talked to you maybe very early on in our podcasting days,
yes,
that I know nothing about nutrition. And I feel like it's really important because I'm so go. I'm, dare I say, like an athlete in the business world.
Yeah.
But actually not, like I'm doing the recovery, I'm doing the exercises, I'm looking after myself, I'm stretching, I'm intermittent fasting. A few months back, I did a 3-4 day fast.
Yes.
We talked about that. I think Josh King, head coach of the South Melbourne Phoenix, was on, and he's like, "You haven't eaten for 4 days? What's going on with you?" Throw back to that episode. But I know nothing about nutrition. And what I've learned over the last maybe 2 months is I've been suffering from a really bad back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And people are like, you're working out too hard, you're lifting too heavy, da-da-da-da-da. It's got nothing to do with any of that. What I learned was actually I depleted my entire magnesium level.
Oh, right. Wow.
And so instead of having actually a bad back, I don't have a bad back. It was just where it was presenting.
Yeah.
I was getting muscle spasm.
Yeah, right.
And so I've been using some magnesium powder.
Yeah. Best way to consume
in
it.
a
So
drink,
you can spray it on and rub it in.
But my mum actually uses it in a bath, a shower wash.
Yes, you can use it in a bath or shower wash. So the original Epsom salts is actually magnesium. But there's about 10 different types of ways you can take magnesium. Some are for ingesting. Some actually run straight through you. So they're what you use when you do a clean out before a colonoscopy. So don't take that one. Some of the types
actually, you know what? Like too much of it. My mum said to me, "Toby, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
If you have too much, you're going to be on the toilet."
Urgency.
And
That's right.
No word of a lie, maybe 2 days after she said that, I started recognizing the side effects of having too much in the system.
But there is a spray that you can use, but there's all different types of magnesium, so it's really good to get it. And our food supply is a little bit depleted of magnesium because it's supposed to come from the soils, and depending on how things are being grown and crops rotated and all those sorts of things. So that is key. The second one would be hydration, because your joints for lubrication need to be hydrated. And I watch you drink. I don't watch you eat. I have protein balls over there.
I haven't eaten
today.
today.
My smoothies. Next time I'll bring you in food.
Yes, please do. do.
I've got my lunchbox over there with all the things, and here you are starving yourself.
No, I'm not starving. I'm feeling good. I knew today would be a big day of potting, so I planned a 24-hour fast.
Yeah.
So that's totally fine by me. But what's interesting, again, from my naivety is when you talked about collagen, I thought that collagen was rubber. I thought there was sort of like stuff that you put in as a filler.
Oh, like injectable or something like that. No. Well, topically, people do rub it on their skin. I haven't looked at that science because I'm all about building the body from within.
Yes.
I think true beauty is on the inside too. But you are what you eat. Every cell in your body is made from what you eat. So if you put the right things in, you'll get the right things out. So
I think I need to focus on magnesium's underway. Like we're good there. I think I do need to focus on a little bit of collagen.
Yeah.
I'm looking a little bit worn down from the bags under my eyes. I sleep really well, by the way.
Good.
Although I'm starting to have these like 2 a.m. wake ups and like wide awake. I'm like, I can't go to sleep and no one's awake to talk to me.
You've been traveling though, so maybe your body clock's
it's a
off
good
little
excuse,
bit.
but I don't think I don't know why. I'm just waking up at 2 a.m. and then falling back asleep at 3:30.
You've got no aura. We should start tracking.
No aura ring. Yeah, but I don't wear jewelry.
I
mean, my watch is the only thing.
It's so good for tracking your deep sleep and everything, though. I'll loan you mine one day, or my husband's that has been on the charger since the day I bought it, on next to the charger of his iWatch since the day I bought it, and both of them have never been set up or worn. You might be able to borrow them.
I'll borrow it. That's fine. It might actually end up doing the same thing on my table as well. Before we get to our next segment and have a break, we have a superstar joining us today, Alice Kunek. The song that went through my head when I first met Alice was like, who the hell is Alice? You know that song?
Yes, I do.
Alice turns out to be an absolute rock star. She is a gold medalist.
Yeah.
She's an MVP.
Yeah.
She played last season in the WNBL here in Australia for the Southside Flyers.
Yeah.
But then mid-season transferred over to China. Mm-hmm. And I got to meet Alice at a luncheon or breakfast where she and I actually keynoted together. I wouldn't say it was a keynote. I think we just gave a pep talk, but sounds good. Keynote, and learned all about her. And I've stayed in communication with her like almost every other day since. And I was in Boston a couple of weeks ago, and I got a text message from Alice, and she's like, "Hey, can you go past CVS for me?" Which is the pharmacies in the US.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, whatever you need. She's like, "I want to get some Old Spice deodorant." I was like, "Okay, sure, no worries." There's a CVS. I Google it. It's like 1 kilometer down the road. By the way, it was snowing. She doesn't know that. She does now. And I FaceTimed her from CVS, and we cleared the shelf out. We bought every bottle that was in the shelf, and I bought it back for her. And
well, let's get on and ask her why, because I'm curious.
All right. After the break, thanks to Rise Network, we'll have Alice Superstar Kunek. Guys, I want to introduce you to Rise, a business cohort like no other. So what is the Rise Network? Rise Network is a curated inner circle of 10 to 12 like-minded peers designed to provide a confidential, high-trust environment where business owners and leaders can gain strategic insights, actionable solutions, and lasting relationships. Rise isn't just networking, it's a game-changing business support system. It has strategic problem solving built in, expert facilitation, actionable insights, long-term impact and authentic relationships, and it's based exclusively around high-trust cohorts. For your membership, you gain full access to Creative Cubes. That means you can drop in when you're on the run to use the meeting rooms, breakout spaces, or even just dock in for the day. We wanted to serve the underserved, the people that do need the help, do need the support, don't necessarily have the funds to be able to do it, and don't necessarily fit into one of these other organizations. And so that's where Rise kind of came from. So there you have it, guys. Go to werise.au, and I hope to see you at one of our cohorts soon. Alice, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's like super exciting. We had this plan before I was going to China, and then China kind of happened, and here we are now. So I'm super grateful to be on the show.
I'm so pumped you're here. I have a little friend that doesn't know you're here, that she'll come into the studio a little bit later. But Kate wants to know what's up with Old Spice.
Honestly, it's actually the best deodorant. I don't know. As an athlete, you go through a lot of different deodorants. Yeah. Some work, some don't. I don't like to use spray because of the environment.
Yes.
Some of the really magnesium-based ones, talking about magnesium, don't work as well. So I found Old Spice, and it smells good. It's not really bad for the environment.
Yeah.
No harsh chemicals.
Amazing.
Love the smells. They're just fun. I don't know.
Well, the store clerk thought I was crazy because I just went like this into the bag. And said, I'll just pay for this, thanks.
Well, every time I would play in Europe and I would come back to Australia, I think I would bring 20 bottles home, and I'd come back and my parents would be like, that's just really strange. But anyway, once you try it, you'll really like it, trust me.
I feel like I need to go back to the States just to buy
to get your
something.
Own bottle.
Yeah, because Alice offered me one, and our friend Jay Washington stole it.
You didn't know the value.
Another one.
Yeah, I know, but like he already took one, and we had a certain supply. I didn't want you to go without. So,
It's okay, I've got plenty at home.
You have such a colourful career, and you've won so many, everything. I was looking up all the different countries you've played in: Poland, China, Hungary, France.
Yeah.
And can you take us through your journey, how you got started?
Wow, that is a long journey. How much time do we have, guys? No.
As long as you need.
Look,
You're Alice Kunek. We'll take as long as you need.
I started playing my junior career. So actually, when I was 5 years old, played for the Blackburn Vikings a long time ago. And then just moved through the ranks of playing rep basketball. I played for the Eltham Wildcats, played for Victoria Metro, had some amazing days in the Victoria Metro days. And then from there, got a scholarship to the AIS in Canberra.
Amazing.
Went there for 2 years. And I guess that's when my professional career really started off. I represented Australia at the under-19 Worlds. Then I went pro. Back in the day, it wasn't, a lot of girls go to college now, but back in the day, you went pro straight away so the Australian team could see you. So played for the Bulleen Boomers for 3 or 4 years. Won a championship my first year, which I was super grateful for. Coached by amazing coaches, met amazing people, and kind of just went from there. Played in Australia for 6-7 years. And then I started my overseas career. So played in Lyon in France. I played in Poland. I played in Poland for 3 years, Gdynia, and a place called Tonon. Played for Sopron basket. Went back to France. And then I just recently played in Inner Mongolia in China. So played some really random, amazing places. Played Euro Cup, EuroLeague. Won 4 titles overseas. And yeah, I think it's the accolades are good, and winning championships are really exciting, but I think it's the life lessons that it gives you, and the people that you meet along the way, and the resilience that you build in yourself. There does sound glamorous, but there can be a lot of really down days where you learn about yourself, you learn loneliness, you learn about missing out on things at home. Everyone's doing different things, but no, it's been an amazing journey and career so far, and I'm very grateful for it.
So brave at such a young age to move away even to the AIS to begin with. And how old were you then?
I was 16. So, yeah.
3 years ago.
I went, Liz Cambridge and I, we went actually early. We were the earliest on our group. So we learned in like the December. And then I actually had to come back to Melbourne because I had maxillofacial surgery, random. So then I was home for a month, and then I went back for that 2 year period. But you definitely learned a lot about yourself. And I came from a European family. My grandparents were Croatian and Slovenian. So my mum's side's Irish. So I definitely felt like I had the backing and the strength from them. They came to Australia with almost nothing, but the shirt on their back. And I thought, well, if they can move overseas and start a new life, I can move to Canberra. And it was such a good opportunity, and I'm very grateful I did it.
Imagine losing our daughters in 3 years' time to move away and start their career, and then you've been away for a long time, coming back and everything else. But how brave to do that.
So I know. And, you really have to be passionate about what you're doing,
Yeah.
because those days are really dark. It's no different to entrepreneurship, right? It's like you've got to be really committed, because there's not a lot to celebrate sometimes, and you're out there by yourself. Couple things for me, Alice. You currently, you were playing for the Southside Flyers.
Yep.
Do you see yourself back there, or is it too sensitive at the moment to talk about?
No. Loved my time at Southside. They're a great club, and I've loved my time in Australia. Look, never say never. I plan on probably going back overseas. That's my goal for another year, but also really open to anything. Loved my time at Southside. Great club, great organisation, but I had my 250th game there. So that was something I really wanted to achieve. I wanted to get to 250 games in the WNBL, and I've achieved that. So I think I'll probably head back overseas and see where that takes me.
You've just finished your master's degree in international business, yeah?
Well, in 2 weeks. June 10th is my last exam, so I'm very much looking forward.
You are number 10, aren't you?
I am number 10.
Because
June 10, number 10.
Harper wears your jersey around the house.
So cute. Oh my gosh,
In fact, I was looking through my phone because I said like Alice gets messages from Harper.
Yeah.
Is there a photo?
No, there's plenty of photos of her.
We do voice notes to each other. It's
But there was this one. I'm just trying to find it here because we're talking about, we started to delve into like what's happening next for you, Alice. And I was watching an NBL game and
that's right.
oh my God, I know that voice. Because in the lead up to Jay's weekend, Alice and I were speaking a lot and her voice is in my ear. So Harper sent her this.
Hi, Alice. I saw you on TV and you looked really, really pretty tonight.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, she's like, oh, thanks, lovely. We're in Perth, but see you next week. So that's because Harps and I started watching the men's basketball, and she was only watching to listen to you commentate. So do you think that there's... Yeah, but it's true. Do you think there's a future there for you in terms of commentating? Is that something you want to lean into?
I loved it. I really loved commentating. I feel like there's so many different angles for me. You're probably like, how do you keep up? No, I started, so I came back to Australia in 2023, I played for the Townsville Fire, and the opportunity came up to work in the NBL. I was a courtside commentator. So unfortunately that year I broke my wrist pretty badly, so I was out for 10 weeks, but it gave me a really good opportunity to do
you like the number 10, don't you?
I know, honestly. Yeah, it was actually 10 weeks. Or 9 or 10 weeks. 10's a great number.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough with the NBL. I worked in Cairns. I did some games in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane as their courtside commentator. And then coming back to Melbourne, I got moved into the expert role. So I did some expert commentating for the NBL and the WNBL last season and absolutely loved the media space. And that's something I really want to keep delving into, MC work, hosting work. So no, it was really good. And I think I even said this to someone today. I think it's really good that, saying things like Harper watching, that women see other women in these roles, that they feel inspired, they can look up to someone, and just that we get a different voice. I think the men have great perspective and love what they bring, and I'm learning a lot off those guys, but I think having a woman in that role is just really empowering and good for the younger generation.
Well, you've accomplished a lot more than some. I mean, I saw you recently behind the scenes at SEN hanging out with Andrew Gaze, who is like top shelf of basketball, right? But like your achievements as an athlete some of these guys would be like, I don't think jealousy is the right word, but like they should be very envious of your accolades. You played for the Opals, you've won an MVP, you've played in all these different countries. Did I hear you say a scholarship as well?
A scholarship for the AIS,
Yeah, and when I grokked you, just for some colour, Grok said that you're a distinguished professional athlete. So I think that like some of those guys actually need to level up to yours versus you trying to level up to them. Just in my humble opinion.
Yeah, so good. And so you sit on some boards now as well. What do you do? What boards and what roles?
So I've just actually started on the Melbourne United For Her program. So really great community initiative set up by Melbourne United. They do amazing work in the community space, and I've run a few girls-only camps with them, which have been super amazing, and had the opportunity to go on one of their boards for United For Her. And I think it's just a really great opportunity to promote women's basketball and just look after the girls in sometimes underprivileged communities. They don't have the access that I had, say, growing up, or the opportunities. So making it a really safe space for them. And I think keeping girls in sport, and in particular in basketball, is really great. I actually just spoke to some guys today, and I was just saying, I think the more that we can keep girls in particular in sport, it just teaches them such good, and you both have young girls as well. So it just teaches girls such good morals and values, good life lessons. I've been super lucky, obviously, to play all around the world, but it just taught me so much discipline, so much resilience. And it kind of makes me a little bit sad how social media is taking over our world. Yes, we need it, but you can get so consumed in it. I know for me, these last couple of, because I'm not really working at the moment, it's easy to pick up your phone and just scroll. So I've actually deleted the app for a couple of days, because I'm like, okay, get back to really what's important in life. And I think if girls can be steered in the right direction of, you know, staying in sport and all those types of things and learning different lessons that way, I think it's just going to be really positive.
So interesting, the social media play, isn't it? Because we didn't have it growing up, but our girls have it now, particularly our 12 turning 13-year-olds. And
What platforms?
they don't have their own accounts, but they log on to TikTok and just YouTube mostly. TikTok and YouTube.
So my girls consume YouTube on our TV, on our Apple TVs, but Maddie is like wild on TikTok because she's into theatre and dance. Harper got banned because she's underage. Totally fine with that. But Maddie's using Snap a lot.
Oh, yeah, they do use Snap. Yeah. And my youngest doesn't. But I think what is missing in the social media space that could be really valuable is people like you that have actually done something really noteworthy, have a really inspiring career, sharing your story, instead of influencers that may not have actually done anything besides being an influencer. And I think that's where the disparity with the value of social media could be, using it, the right people using it in the right ways to inspire. And then when our kids are consuming content, it's something that they're going to walk away from feeling positive, inspired, instead of feeling like crap, thinking that maybe you need to buy a few more skincare products and get a bit thinner and whatever else is being promoted there.
Well, I ban my girls from Mecca. They're not allowed to go there. I'll buy them anything, just not from Mecca.
Don't go.
Well, I just think it's even for me, you can get caught up in it. You can go on and be like, oh, maybe I need to be an influencer, or maybe I'm doing everything wrong. Maybe I've got to start selling all this stuff or move to Bali or all these types of things. And then you start this comparison, and then you go down this rabbit hole of, well, I'm not making millions of dollars just sitting in a Bali villa, you know, thinking life's super easy. That's just unfortunately not the reality for a lot of people. That is the very, very small minority. And I think I only have Instagram. I don't have any other social media app. If I did, honestly, I don't even know if I'd have a conversation with anyone. You literally just go from app to app. I don't even know how people function. I wouldn't be able to have a conversation. So I think it's really important that, you know, you're speaking your truth and you've got your voice and you're showing I'm not saying it's not real life. I'm not trying to discount what these influencers and people are doing, because amazing in their own right. But just showing a little bit more real life opportunities, because everyone now is saying, oh, what do you want to do? But before it was, oh, I want to be a nurse, a physio, a doctor, or a teacher. Now it's, I want to be a YouTuber and an influencer. And is that really reality for...
Will you have purpose and will you add value to someone else's life? Because we all know the feeling when you give something, you feel so much better than when you get something. That feeling of giving is just so fulfilling and purposeful. And there was a stat that I read that was absolutely mind-blowing, that they surveyed a heap of, I can't remember the exact number, but a heap of girls, and they were 15-year-olds, and 56% of them said they had no reason to live, no purpose.
Really?
Yeah, so that was part of the Vibes group. So Vibes at Portsea Camp, they run camps for teenage girls because they have recognised the suicide rates. And the week that we were speaking at this event, Lyndall, who's coming in next from Aurora, myself and Shanna Kennedy, and what we found was that I guess the purpose is not necessarily there for them, but that's because what they're consuming, perhaps, what is the purpose behind what they're consuming? Like,
Yeah.
what are they being told? Are there any values in that? Is it something that, I don't know, is adding to their life or taking away? And then, like you said, you delete the app because it's taking from your life. It's not, you're not walking away going, I'm going to crush the world by doing this, this, and this, and I feel so empowered and so good. There's so many incredible women out there like yourself and like the other athletes that we've had that have got real life stories doing amazing things that could inspire and help people find that next thing. And
Yeah.
So here's a funny story, complete segue. I was remortgaging my house and I noticed Kunek on my application form.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
We're everywhere.
Yeah, I know. What was it, Matthew?
Matthew, my cousin, my dad's cousin, so my cousin, Matthew,
So he works at Mortgage Choice South Melbourne,
He works in here.
who happens to be
wow.
headquartered just here,
so fun.
and said yes. I said, you related to Alice? So very small world.
Yeah.
Alice, as we wrap up, like, there's momentum for you to potentially go back overseas and play hoops.
Yeah.
There's some momentum here in the media landscape. You're finishing your degree on the 10th of June.
10th of June. Let's
I
go.
won't forget that day.
Let's go.
What's in your heart? What do you want to do? Do you want to play another season? Do you want to that's not a loaded question, by the way.
No. I don't think it is. Look, I would like to, but it would have to be the right opportunity. I'm not just going to take any opportunity.
Yep.
I know for me, one day I do want to have kids, and I am 34, so I know the little biological clock is somewhat ticking. I'm very calm in that, by the way. I'm not saying like I need kids tomorrow, but one day I'd like to be a mum and to be settled down. But look, I do want to play one more year wherever that may be. But I'm also really excited for what's next and finishing my degree and speaking about purpose and being able to give back to the community, inspire the next generation, be a part of something bigger than myself. And I know it sounds really a bit cliche, but sometimes being an athlete is just all about you. How can you help me? How can you help me? How can you, I need basketball, I need nutrition, I need physio, I need doctor, I need this. And sometimes it can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just taking from the world. So I think it's that feeling just constantly comes to me about giving back and finding purpose and fulfillment. So
Well, I love what you're doing at United. I wish it wasn't at United. I wish it was at the Phoenix. But we'll talk about that. Maybe.
high demand, Toby, high demand.
Look, if I was an owner of the club, I would be writing the check to get you on the squad. But I'm not, as of today. But I'm not. And but I love what you're doing there, and I think that's really like you talk about giving back. I think the kids that attend that, or the participants that attend that, to have an athlete like you that has literally traveled the globe in the sport, which is quite rare, by the way.
Yeah.
I know it exists, but like I can't do that. Skater Kate over here can't do that. And so like to be able to do that is a real wow factor. I love what you're doing there. I'd love to see you sort of go deep with Holly on something.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in
amazing.
there, but like she's kind of doing what you want. There's something there. I don't want to speak for either of you. I love hearing you and seeing you on ESPN.
Thank you.
I love following your stories and hopefully I give enough back to you when you watch my stories.
Absolutely.
But I think that you're limitless when it comes to the future. It's just a question of like what lights you up and what gets you, what you want, what is it that that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning? When the ball and running, dare I say, suicide sprints are done, right?
Yeah. Hot mat Pilates at the moment, loving it.
Yes.
Honestly, every day, hot mat Pilates. Oh,
Amazing.
so healing for the soul.
Guys, we're going to cut to a break. Alice Kunek, I'm going to put all of her links and descriptions and all the stuff that you can get to follow Alice. She may come back on Instagram. She may not. I might just put it there.
I will.
We'll figure something out. But you can follow Alice's journey. She's an amazing athlete. She's an amazing woman.
Thank you.
Actually someone that my kids love looking up to. They came out to State Basketball Center and watch you
that was
play.
amazing.
they wanted to do more of that, conflict of schedules. Harper like really walks around the house proudly in her Southside jersey.
So cute.
With Kunek on the back, number 10. And so, you know, I know the impact that you're having at that level. I can only imagine, you know, given a bigger channel and a bigger audience and a bigger opportunity, like game over, slam dunk. Can you dunk?
I can touch the rim, but I can't dunk, no.
All right.
So I'm getting a bit older. Anyway, but thank you so much, and thank you for having me on the pod. It's been amazing.
Pleasure.
Cool.
Thank
Guys,
you.
quick word from Luna, and Kate and I will be back. WeAreLuna.co is a great place for you and your business to start off with phenomenal accounting and legal services. So if you're a startup or a scale-up looking for legal and finance support, or alternatively looking to raise capital, WeAreLuna.co is where you need to be starting off. Skater, that was amazing.
So good. I would love Alice to tell her story on socials and use that platform to get people to walk in her shoes. Look at what she's done, and you know, flipping the head on the influencer that's there for the superficial stuff, and show them what it's like to walk in her shoes and what that really means and how that feels, and help people with purpose. Because I know a lot of people that delete the app too because it's so addictive, and people walk away feeling disempowered. But imagine we could use that app to feel empowered and inspired.
Totally. And then just to sort of put a lens on her career and what she's been able to achieve as a 5'10" white man, I only wish I could play like she was able to play.
I thought you were going to say she was 5'10". I'm like, I think she's 6'2". She's quite tall.
No, I know, but like I feel, and Jay Washington, who's a mutual friend of ours, he's an amazing athlete as well. But I complain bitterly to Jay that I'm a professional athlete trapped in this frame. And I would do anything to sort of be in Alice's frame, being able to hoop it up all over the world, playing basketball, lighting up stadiums, and having fun with the game. So I'm not a jealous person. I don't have a jealous bone in my body, but I'm kind of a little bit envious of her being able to do that on a global scale with everything that she's able to achieve. I only wish I could have done that. But maybe in the next life, I'll come back as a 7'1", tall, amazing handles, 3-point shooter, like an athlete like unseen before, and light up the NBA.
Well, I have to say how Alice was talking about that she felt like she was taking, and I think, no, being an athlete to me looks like you're always giving because everybody else is watching and they're getting the enjoyment and the pleasure out of it. So I just wanted to add that it's she's been giving all of these years and flip the mindset on that.
No, I reckon that's a valuable take from your side, and hopefully that resonates. Guys, thank you, Skater Kate. I want you to bring in a skateboard next time. I want to see some of those ollies and flips and all types of stuff.
Do you know what? You talked about surfing. I'm like, I'm more likely to surf these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have a couple of skateboards around our house.
Yeah.
Like they've got them in different rooms. And they skate between the rooms, my girls.
Yeah, my kids love it. I now think of how hard that fall would be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And even the surfing, the cold water, I'm like, oh.
I used to have an electric skateboard.
Yes.
That I actually hit a ditch in Venice Beach. I hit a ditch and came off and broke my rib.
Ooh.
And subsequently the board manufacturer went out of business. And the battery died. So I had to throw this $1,500 skateboard away because the battery was dead and the company that provided the batteries were dead as well. But that was the last time I skated.
Well, there's to sport and not elite at skateboarding.
We'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.